Up on 5 o'clock, coming right up on 5 o'clock, and we'll see what we've got in the way of audio. And it's coming right up on 5, so we should be on time, assuming we've got decent audio on this particular show. And this is an emergency broadcast tonight, and we'll see what we've got. On 5 o'clock. Okay, it looks good. It looks good. Okay, and I got a comment. From somebody saying that. I noticed you don't show close-ups of the gold stunner very often. I bet you it's a fake watch. I bet you that's why you don't show a close-up of the gold stunner. I said, well, I actually show close-ups pretty often. So anyway, I've got it on the bench tonight so that idiot can check it out. You can check out that spring drive, that second hand, that smooth sweep of the second hand, and he can make his own determination as to whether or not it's a fake Grand Seiko or not. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Put a Y in the chat if you think it is a fake. Yes, it's a fake. Put a Y. Put an N as in no, it's not a fake. In the chat. Let me give you another close-up of the stunner so you can make a decision. You can make an informed decision. What do you think? That gold stunner on the left, do you think that puppy's a fake or not? Put yes, put Y in the chat if you think it's a fake, and N if you think, no, it's real. It's a real puppy there. Ken's in the house. He said he was first. Stig's in the house. And Lance is in the house. He's all over the place. Fingers crossed for Chipmunks. Durr's in the house. Somebody said they wanted the Chipmunk voice the whole show, but then other people said no, they absolutely don't want it. So I don't know. We don't have a consensus on that. Maybe we'll get a pregame show today. Durr's all over the place. He's asking where Lamont is. And Pep Rex is in the house. He says, hey, Craig, what do you think of the Omega Seamaster 300? Thinking of buying a used one instead of going for the Oris? Yes, we've talked about the Omega Seamaster 300, and I think there's some great ones out there. I particularly like the original Bond watch that was actually quartz, believe it or not. I actually like that. And Deport TGV says, Craig, is it gold-plated? Gold rolled. There you go. And Kevin says, come on, it's real. So he's voting real. Leon's in the house. Since you are a VIP in Frederick, can I pop into Old Glory Antique Shop and say, let me in? I know Craig Shipp. Can I get a discount and a sticky bun? I would absolutely let them know that you're a member of the Wrench Gang. Absolutely. See what they say. Good folks there. I did a couple of videos there. Got a couple of videos on my channel of the place. They have some cool things in there too, by the way. You can always find something in there. If you hunt around through there, you can always find something worth adding to your collections of various things. Carlos is in the house. I wonder if he's at his destination. Oh, where's my H2O? I got to go get my H2O. Stand by. Can't do this without my H2O. Yeah, I wonder if Carlos has made it to his destination. By the way, I'm wearing the heavy duty 231 right now on wrist. There's the 231 stunner on wrist. And it is absolutely amazing after 2+ years of heavy use, and including heavy use during a pandemic and during riots. Heavy use, the 231 stunner. Look at that thing. Wow. We talk about how the 002 catches the light and looks stunning on wrist. This thing is no slouch. A Submariner just wishes it could look that good on wrist. Any Submariner just kind of wishes, right? Wish in one hand and you know what in the other and see which one fills first. Ain't going to happen. Okay. All right, so let's get into this. Carlos says hello, and we read that one. Lance says, where are you now? Do tell, Carlos. Maybe he'll check in. If the gold stunner is a fake, then Steve is living dangerously, says Stig. There you go. He knows the backstory of the watch, so he knows the history of the watch. So he's basically saying, no, it's the real deal. I guess that's what you're saying with that comment. Deport TGV. Craig, Crappy Luxury is doing a show Friday night about how to buy a quality leather jacket. I'm pretty sure I know where Crappy got the inspiration for that. Oh boy, are they copying off my paper in school? Are they looking over and copying off my paper? Leon's in the house. Craig's watch is real. I saw the other one at Little Treasury last month. Whoa, Leon, do tell. It's a solid piece of kit, a bit more heavier than I would have thought, but still nice. I think mine feels pretty good on wrist. It doesn't feel that heavy. Feels solid, but not really that heavy. Leon, tell me more. I didn't know anyone else had actually seen one in person. Please fill us in. I'd love to have you Skype in and give us a full report if that's possible, but otherwise put it in the chat. Please share. Do share details. Let's see. I didn't even know Crappy Luxury is still making content, says Durr. Yes, we're going according to plan. I am now in Lipari. This is an island north of Sicily, Italy. Okay. And Lance in the house. Craig, if there is anything you would change about the 002, what would it be? That is a very good question. What would I change? I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. Okay, it depends on your use case. If you were going to wear it every day, okay, if it was going to be a daily wear watch, I would like it to be auto wind and not have to wind it. But that's only if it's going to be a daily use. And only if they wouldn't have to make it any thicker. See, that's the problem. They'd probably have to make it thicker, right? So, but as it is for my use case, with a 3-day power reserve, I can live with the manual wind. Is it inconvenient to have to wind your watch every couple days? Yes. You have to remember to do it, and you have to do it, right? So that is a thing, right? But and of course, if they made a similar model with an all-gold bracelet with a screw-down crown and auto wind, now that could be a competitor for a date 8. Even if they made it a little bit thicker to have the auto wind. Let's say it was 12 mils thick instead of 10.2 mils, right? Let's say it went to 12 mils thick, an even 12 mils, or even 11.7 mils, about the same as a Datejust, right? But had an all-gold bracelet and a screw-down crown and auto wind. Now that would be a whole different watch. That would be all of a sudden a contender to be an all-arounder as opposed to a straight-up dress watch. So really we're talking about a different animal, but I would love to see them do both. I would love to see them offer what they are offering now and offer a auto wind version with a screw-down crown and a all-gold bracelet for an all-arounder. That would be pretty stunning. Same dial, same no date. I don't really need the date on a stunner, on a gold stunner. I really don't. I love that absolutely clean dial. I just love the whole look of that. So, yeah, that could be a thing. That could absolutely be a thing. And Ernie says, looks real. And I saw it when I went to have that under $1,000 GS eBay score sized up. Leon in the house. And did that end up fitting good? Did that all work out too good? And Leon, please tell us more details. Come on, we like details on this channel. What did you think? Give us the scoop. You're an eyewitness. You've actually seen the watch. Goes at the port. Yesterday we were really near the coast. Chi-Town Carlos is in civilization with decent internet and phone coverage, not AT&T Okay. Thick watches matter, says Durr. The Rolex James Cameron appreciates thick watch allies like yourself. Oh, the lovely Bree Fit Dance is in the house. The lovely Bree. Do tell. And let's see. Hope everyone has had a good day. Well, let's show Bree's webpage real quick since she's in the chat. BreeFitDance.com, BreeFitDance.com. That's where you go to find out all the links to the lovely Bree's social media. I'm telling you, this lady's going places. Mark my words, she's going places. You're going to be able to say that you knew her when. That you knew her when. The lovely Bree, she's pretty much all that. Smart young lady. Obviously stunning, stunning. Very talented. Okay. Let's see. Rwag says, hey Chip, Carlos, you need to report in from the Mediterranean. Yeah, we need a live report from Carlos. Absolutely. The cool people have entered the chat. Okay. Triforce Rich. Funny thing is that Submariners were 14.5 millimeters plus thick until the latter 5-digit transition. The one Connery wore was 16 mils thick. I don't think so. I don't know if I buy that. Triforce Rich, are you sure about all that? Mine wasn't that thick. My red sub was not very thick. I had a red sub. Wasn't that thick. I don't know about all that. The thin thing really became big in the 90s with sport watches. That red sub is not very thick, and I've got a video of Paul Faupel wearing it here on my channel, and it does not look that thick, and it didn't seem that thick when I had it, so I'm not sure about all that. And I know my day-dates weren't very thick either back in the day, so I don't think being thin is a new thing. Has anyone felt a Datejust 41 on the wrist feels and looks like a flapjack to me? Well, they're thin also, and since they're bigger, they are going to feel like they're flat, and so I think they're 11.7 mils thick, right? Leon in the house, I don't think I would have an issue with daily winding the 002. The crown is easy to grab and turn. No crown guard to interfere with winding. Automatic watches die on my wrist because I don't move a lot. Okay, there's an argument for the manual wind. Yeah, I agree. That's one thing I've talked about several times on the channel. See that crown is a nice hefty crown, very comfortable to grip. See how it's rounded also, and so it's comfortable on the fingers as you wind. And so yeah, I don't like dress watches with a tiny little crown, especially if they're manual wind. That is not fun. Craig, I just saw your video on the GS SB GX 038. That's a real beautiful watch. Okay. All righty. Good. Let's see. Saying something especially from someone such as yourself who is allergic to the 36 millimeter Datejust. Okay. Triforce Rich, let's see, big part of it, but not entirely. If you took the domed crystal off, I believe it would still be bigger. Is Bree actually going out and about now, or is she hanging out at home due to Corona? Ask her. I think she's primarily hanging out at home at this point. Let's see here. A Cheetown, 41 millimeters, just too big for a dress watch. Rolex should drop the OP39 and just make the Datejust 39 mil. Okay. Paid a big tax bill today. Ooh, that's not fun. I paid my taxes a few weeks ago on the place here because, you get a discount if you pay early. And so, yeah, that was a little bite. That's always a bite when you pay your taxes. So there you go. I guess you were talking about real estate taxes. I guess that's what you were talking about. Maybe not. Maybe some other tax bill. Craig, look up the 6538 Submariner thickness. It's 16 mils, 5513 thickness until the lighter transition was 14.5 mils. It may seem way thinner because of the domed crystal. Doesn't affect the case. Huh. Well, I mean, I'll take your word for it, but let me pull up. Give me a second. Let me pull up the video of the red sub, and I'll let you guys be the judge if I can find it here. I will find it. I will find it. I will find it. I'm not making this stuff up, folks. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Now streaming on Disney Plus.
I'm going to have to skip this ad. Give me a second here.
Of Artemis Fowl.
Okay, skip that. So it's Friday, October 19, day one of Steve's Big Watch event. The big day is tomorrow, Saturday, the second day of the event. But I ran into a friend of mine, an old friend, Paul, who has a red sub that was made in the early 70s that I bought in the early 80s and then ended up selling to him and around 1983, 84. Sure, and he still has the watch. How cool is that? And I interviewed him. He had the watch with him. Okay, I'm here at Little Treasury Jewelers, and I'm here with Paul Falpel. Say hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
And what do you got on your wrist there?
I have an old vintage Submariner Rolex.
They call the red Submariner.
Right, the 1680.
Okay, and you have the original bracelet, but you put another bracelet on?
I did. It was due to some wear on that. I wanted to continue to keep it as wear-free as possible.
Yeah. So how long have you had the watch? Let's give the backstory a little bit here. You and I have had several watches where I've ended up with a watch and then somehow you've ended up with it.
Right. You go through them more than I do. I end up keeping them after you've given them to me or sold them to me at a reasonably good price.
So you have a strong hand. You hold. So let's go back in time. We were trying to discuss earlier, try to date this. We're probably looking at the early 80s.
Yeah, it'd be early 80s, so we're talking, some good 30-some years ago.
Yeah. We're both getting older.
We sure are. And the first watch that I remember you purchasing was a old, as it appeared to be, old bubbleback Rolex stainless, and then I acquired that from you several years later after you got tired of it and moved on to, I guess, the Submariner at that point in time. And then once again, that fell into my hands as well. So, and I've kept all of them over the years and continue to.
Okay, I'm going to pause that. Okay, so, I mean, you guys be the judge. Didn't look that thick to me. It really didn't. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say about all of that thickness stuff. Datejust 41 is 39.5 mils. I heard recently from someone who actually measured it. Anyone else measure it? Not just trusted Rolex measurements. Okay, let's see. Datejust should be a bit smaller than a sports Rolex. Datejust 41 is only promotional if your idea of a standard Rolex sports size is 44 mils. Okay. I doubt the Datejust 41 is 39.5. I've put one on wrist before, and it doesn't wear anything close to 30. I mean, it looks big to me, but I haven't really measured one either. So, yeah. And I'll tell you what, the Snowflake is 41 mils, and it seemed a little bit big. For an all-arounder and/or / dress watch, I just think the 38.5 mil size, which is what both of those are. The 005 there is 38.5 mils. The 002 is 38.5 mils. I think that's a sweet spot for a dress watch or an all-arounder. I think I wouldn't want it any bigger than that. I'll put it that way. Let's see here. Taxes suck, just like Tudor and Obama. Craig, when are you headed down to Florida? Well, it wouldn't be until winter. Usually I wouldn't go down until at least December. So, but it just depends on how everything is and what's going on. And I still have some issues up here as far as I need to get somebody to help run Frederick.com before I can be free again to travel. So that's an issue. So it's hard to say, Kyle. And Lance sent an email. Look at that dome crystal, definitely 14 mil thick. Okay, Traverse Rich. Red subs are worth so much money right now. A bummer you sold it. Well, you can't keep everything. I've had a lot of things over the years that if I hadn't have sold them, they'd be worth a lot of money, like a Shelby GT500 KR convertible. How about that? How much would that have been worth? What about a Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing? What about that? How much would that have been worth? You can't keep everything, folks. You can't keep everything. So there you go. That's how that whole thing works. Let's see. Craig, where is your tie in this video? LOL. When it starts getting cooler, I'll start wearing ties a lot because it'll help me keep warm because I don't like to run the heat. So that's how that works. But it's summertime now, so I don't like to run the air conditioning. So you ain't going to be seeing me wearing a suit and tie with these lights on me and everything. I'd be sweating like a stuck pig. Our Wags is in the house. No tax bill today was to the IRS. July 15 deadline. I agree. For TGV 2020, I pay all year long, and then I write a check today to IRS that could have purchased a new platinum Rolex Date 8. Okay. I hear you. It is a damn shame how much money how much money the man shakes us down for. Absolutely it is. Just looked up Hodinkee and European watch company stats from solid listings. Hodinkee was 14 mil thick, and European watch company listed theirs as 15 mil thick, both red subs. It's amazing. It just doesn't look that thick. But okay, I'll bite. If that's the case, I'll bite. Let's see. So I guess it makes my my 231 seem thin. You know, I guess this does seem like it's about the same because see, this has the flat crystal, right? I guess this does seem, if you take into consideration the crystal on the red sub, I guess this does seem to be about the same. It just looks thinner because of the shape of the case and because the crystal is so domed, I guess. Okay, so I'll go for it. No wonder I switched and started wearing GMT Masters. They're definitely thinner. Let's see. Craig wore a pocket square and a feather in his hat. He got a pass on the tie. Oh, well, you're talking about the tie. The tie in this. Okay. Yeah, I just figured everybody was dressing casual at these events. I mean, look how Paul's dressed and so on. I just figured I would dress down a little bit. So that shirt did come from Saks Fifth Avenue, though. Very comfortable shirt. I'll give it that. And that jacket is camel hair, of course. So there's that. Okay, so you meant in the video. I got you. So next time I go to one of Steve's events, though, I'll probably wear a tie. I probably will wear a tie. And notice Paul is wearing a Porsche Club of America jacket. He's a longtime member of the Porsche Club. He's got a couple of nice Porsches as well. So he's a classy guy. He's got a place on the water in Annapolis, so there's always that. He lives fairly near the lovely Brianna. Remember Brianna walked over there one time? We're going to surprise him. But he said he didn't have any clothes on. He didn't have any pants on, and he said that he didn't think his wife would appreciate Brianna coming in when he wasn't wearing any pants. So that's how that whole thing worked out. You guys might remember that. Let's see. What do I do when my Rolex just feels outdated and old for my age? Get a Grand Seiko. That's what you do. Triforce Rich is in the house. Omega Speedmaster is a great example of a watch that appears thinner. The side profile is quite thin, but the dome crystal makes the watch pretty thick. Okay. Datejust 41 has a better bezel to dial ratio than the Snowflake, but it still looks off to me because it's a Datejust and you expect it to wear a bit smaller. Okay, good points. Do tell about the Shelby. The GT500 KR convertible. I've shown some pictures of it. You want to see a picture? Let me pull up a picture. Give me a second here. I'll see if I can find a picture. I actually had a couple of Shelbys. The most valuable one would be the GT500 KR convertible. Back in the day. See if I can find it here. Wish me luck. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So there's the GT500 KR convertible, and that's my Honda 350 next to it. And let's see if we got it. There's the interior shot. It had some fiberglass damage on it on the front. We were able to get those pieces though and repair it. And it ran good. It ran good. And there's the GT350 convertible that I had. We took both of them to auction. Both of them went to auction. Sold them both. So that GT350, I drove up to New York to get that. I don't know if I have a picture of that thing being towed back. Yeah, here it is. And I drove my demo from. I was selling Lincoln Mercuries at the time at East West Lincoln Mercury, and we bolted a bolt-on trailer hitch and used the trailer and went up and got the Shelby in upstate New York and dragged it back with the demo. I think if the management of East West Lincoln Mercury knew how I was using those demos, it probably wouldn't have gone over real well. But anyway, you do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do when you got to do it. Let's see here. Lance, that domed crystal is what adds so much to the charm. Part of the reason I love my Spectra is the non-applied indices domed crystal, old school sports watches values. Yeah, I love the domed crystal on the stunner, on the 002 stunner there. I absolutely love the crystal on that. I agree with all that. And it is nice and thin even with the domed crystal, which is a nice plus. I tell you, they nailed it with that watch, folks. They came up with a perfect freaking watch. Let's see. Lance, why would it worry you? The worst case that can happen to it is it gets cracked. Sapphire shatters, plus acrylic crystals are cheap to replace, and if it scratches, then you use poly watch. Yeah, you can polish them. Carlos, Craig, I've sent you an email with a photo taken today that reflects the spirit of this channel. Okay, quality watches, great cars, and high quality footwear. Okay, we're going to take a look. Sorry I'm late, Craig. Was busy making things happen, man in motion. Absolutely, you should be. Kyle, talk about somebody that's in motion. Kyle's always in motion. Brett just called me, and he's going to email you for your contact info on FaceTime. He's said Mexico is practically as bad as here. Not sure what that means. Okay, so he can't Skype. He's going to have to FaceTime. Okay, well, let me see what we can do about all that. We'll take this one at a time. Whoa, we got a number of emails. We're going to go through these kind of quick here. Okay, here's a fat sub. A picture of a fat sub. Okay. That's probably not really a sub, because what's that underneath that thing there? Something's not right about all that. But anyway, okay. And let's see. And here's a photo from Carlos. I love it. I love it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And barefooted. And he's got an attractive young lady in that vehicle ahead there. That's also relevant to the channel. Absolutely. Absolutely relevant. And what's Lance sending? Let's pull this up. Lance is sending something. Lance is sending an Omega. An Omega. Good price. I don't like the way that crown sticks out so much and looks kind of thin. That bracelet looks like it would be very comfortable. But see how that crown looks like it's sticking way out? Something looks off about that. A little bit. So not terrible. Not terrible, but probably would pass on that one. Okay, let's get back to the emails here. It is loading slow. Everything is loading slow today. Give me a moment. I'm going to have to send... I'm going to send Brett the information. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm sending Brett my phone number, and now let me see if I can get it up on this page here, FaceTime. So I make sure that it's up on the computer, ready to go. Okay, all right, so FaceTime is ready to go. And we shall see what happens when he calls in. My FaceTime is ready. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, let's make sure I'm caught up on all the emails. Take this over here. Oh, Cheetown. Cheetown sent something in here. Cheetown. Okay, there's a comparison. There's a size comparison. Watch on the top does look thicker, but maybe it's an optical illusion. It's an optical delusion, right? We're optically deluded. So that's a Black Bay versus a Submariner. Okay, that's what that was. All right, so we are standing by for a FaceTime call, and we'll see how that whole thing works out. All right, I like my watches like I like my women and my Hoffman subs. Thick. Uh-oh, there you go. Tim's in the house. You're not going to get any competition from me, though. I don't like the women too thick. Just in case there's a problem and you've got to carry them in your arms up a flight of stairs or something, right? You have to be able to do that. And if they're too thick, then you can't do that, right? You can't sweep them off their feet. That's called sweeping them off their feet. Tim's in the house. Who has ever had the sapphire crystal shatter? Not me. Neither have I. I've never had that happen. Lance is in the house. I just think that it would scratch too easily. Plus, I wouldn't wear a super expensive vintage watch as a daily sports watch. Okay. I never had to pay, and I wouldn't have a watch if I wasn't going to wear it. I'd see no reason to own a watch if I wasn't going to wear it. But that's just me. Let's see. Let's see. Leon says, I never had to pay anything out of pocket at tax time. All the taxes taken out of my paychecks over the course of the year were quite enough. Yeah. Well, I have to pay estimated quarterly taxes, and then at the end of the year have to pay up some additional usually. But I try to get close on my estimates so that, they'll get pissed off if you don't pay enough estimated tax. If you do that consistently, that can open you up to some issues. So I try to be accurate. Let's see. Durr says, I claim 0 and still had to pay $1,000 this year to the tax man pisses me off. What do you mean you claim zero? Oh, zero dependence, you mean. Okay, I got you. Let's see, Chi-Town. I think a lot of this thickness comes down to the case back to case flank to bezel to crystal ratio. The sub nails that proportion while the Black Bay 41 case flank is oversized. Okay. Hodinky listed a 1675 GMT Master as 12 millimeter thick, so you're right, Craig. Significant difference in the case thickness according to the sources I'm looking at, between 12 and 13 mils thick for the older GMTs. Yeah, that is the main reason why I went to GMTs, is they were trimmer on the wrist, and the Jubilee bracelet. I love the Jubilee bracelet. Although I did have one GMT, a Coke GMT, that I had the oyster bracelet on. But the all black, the black GMT that I had the Jubilee, which I loved. Let's see here. Deport TGV. I'd rather keep my money and pay what I owe at tax time than to let the government take more than it needs and give me a refund. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Rolex uses bubble backs, which sink into your wrist and allow for some of the thickness to be hidden. Those Tudors are more flat and appear extremely thick. Good point. Good point. That's one of the reasons why this watch sits pretty nice on the wrist, is that same effect where the back, sits into the skin or whatever, and it makes it look like it's thinner than it actually is. That's why you really have to try the watches on before you really know the real deal, right? Let's see. Okay. Deep sea, okay. The deep sea doesn't do much to hide it and looks like a brick. Tudor also made the bezel on the Black Bay 41 millimeter too low profile as well. They fixed this with the Black Bay 58, in my honest opinion. Let's see. I just can't imagine why anybody would buy a Tudor in this day and age, or ever, for that matter. There have always been better options than a Tudor, even back in the day. The cocktail time has hard Lex. Okay. Just saw a comparison pic. You're right. Okay. Kyle Jet, you guys see the new Bronco? Pretty cool. I saw some videos on that. Yeah, it does look interesting. It's a shame none of them have a V8 option. That would have been really cool if they'd have stuck a small block in that puppy. If they'd have put the Mustang V8 in there, that would have been cool. That would have been cool. But all these manufacturers just stop short from just really, really nailing it. I mean, can you imagine that thing with a Mustang V8 and dual exhaust? How cool that would be. And solid axles front and rear. That's the other thing they should have done. They should have put 1-ton axles in that puppy, front and back. Solid 1-ton axles. They could have really made a beast. An absolute beast is what they could have done. Let me design the new Bronco, folks. It would have been a beast. An absolute beast. Yeah, of course I would have had all aluminum body panels and like a really beefy frame so that it had a very low center of gravity, like the original Land Rovers. The reason the Land Rovers were so good off-road is they had a very low center of gravity. That's just the way that whole thing worked out with the aluminum. Almost an accident because they had to use aluminum because there were shortages of the steel. Let's see here. Looks like, and Hummer, oh, here we go. Let me see here. I'm trying to answer it on the computer. For crying out loud, it's not answering it. It's ringing on my why is it not? It's not letting me answer it on the computer. See, if I don't answer it on the computer, I can't pipe it into the show. And I'm not sure if that was a 301 number FaceTiming in. I'm not even sure if that was the right call. So I don't know. Kyle, I don't know if that was Brett or not. It was showing up as a 301 number. And I'm way behind on the comments here. Okay, Craig sent a pick of watch I'm thinking about getting for my nephew. Okay. All right, let me take a look at that. Leon says V8 engines are outdated. Now you can get a 4-cylinder Honda that has 3 times more power than the old smogged American V8s of the 70s. Yeah, but not as much power as the freaking V8 that's in the Shelby, in the new Shelby. You can't match that, and you sure as heck can't match the torque. Okay, so there you go. There you go, folks. That's not a bad-looking piece. That's not a bad-looking piece. So, yeah, that number that came in, that call that came in, was a 301 number. So I don't even think that was from Brett. I think that was somebody else. And hopefully Brett will be... See, I don't know why I couldn't answer that on the computer. Anyway, I should have been able to answer that. So I don't know. This could be a problem. It's a shame he can't get Skype working. We know Skype works. Okay, Mr. Q, I'm not going primarily by sales figure. I'm going by marketing and similar traits. Okay. You can win more ladies over with a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese than by wearing a turtle. Okay. 5.0 Coyote V8 in a Bronco would be a screamer. A GMT movement has an extra complication, but are generally thinner than normal. Why is that? Well, the reason it's thinner, it's not a dive watch. It doesn't have as deep a dive rating, right? Craig's not running the AC like those rich folks that bought the cheapest AMC back in the day. When I was trying on an Omega Planet Oceans, the case design was really helped downplay the thickness. The Grand Seikos I tried did the opposite. They seemed to accentuate the thickness. It depends on the model. This one doesn't. This 231 doesn't. So it depends on the Grand Seiko and the case design. They have different case designs, right? So let's see. Mr. Q, the sub is like a 911 classic design from a team that doesn't work hard. Sporty, expensive, iconic, tough. Jerks also like to buy them as well. Like it or not. Okay. Let's see here. The word under the crown is brevet, the French for patented. Rolex was patenting the new twin lock crown. Okay. Let's see. All right. I think I'm caught up. I wonder what happened to Brett. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the call anyway, but hopefully we would be able to. I don't know if there's anything special I need to do so that the FaceTime works on the laptop. It's up on the laptop. It should work. Let me look in the settings here real quick. Do a quick time check while I look in the preferences and just make sure that this thing is, you can be reached for FaceTime at, and my phone number, my email addresses. So yeah, this should work. I'm signed in. So yeah, we should be good to go if he calls. So we shall see. We got a few more minutes. See if Brett calls in. What else could we do to do a test? We could maybe oh, do you have FaceTime functioning? Can you try to FaceTime me to do a quick test just to see if it's working? Let me know. What year Mercedes 300? 1956, I believe it was. I believe it was a 56. A long time ago. Let's see here. The Pelagos is an excellent watch. Pelagos titanium looks like steel. Let's see. Okay. All right. Another time check. And let's check the tabs. Let's see if there's any tabs that I need to shut down here. Okay. I'm going to shut down the interview tab. We're going to shut down the Gerard Perregaux tab. We're going to shut down the Crockett and Jones shoes tab. We looked at those yesterday. These are all from, I think, the last show. Nice looking Grand Seiko. We'll shut that tab down. Seiko dress watch, we'll shut that one down. Movado will absolutely shut that one down. Shut that one down. Shut down the Lucchese's. My buddy didn't buy those. He should have. Okay, stupid YouTube comments. We'll keep that open for now, just in case we need that. Okay. Sent a photo of a gold oyster perpetual. Okay. Yes, Durr, call in. Yes, Durr, call in. Kyle, if you want to send me an email, I can email you back my number if you want to try to FaceTime in. I just would like to see if it even works. I don't know if it'll work. It was ringing on my phone and my iPad, but I wasn't able to answer it on the computer for some reason yet. The computer is logged in to my account, so I don't know why. Okay, there's the Oyster Perpetual date. That's a cool, but that one's sold, unfortunately. That's a cool piece, though. Oh, look at the back. Huh. What's the deal there? How come it's got a stainless steel? Is that a scam watch? Look. It's steel here, and so, something's wrong here, folks. They never made a scam watch like that, did they? That wasn't all gold? So, I don't recall anything like that. Well, that would be a disaster. I don't know what the heck is going on there. Okay, California legible dial. Okay. Durr prefers big masculine bricks of burger diving. Real dive functionality is for the losers. Okay. Do all 27 current viewers have wrenches? That's a very good question. It looks like that might be the case. Actually, it just might mean that they're the only ones in the chat. See, there's not 28 different people in the chat. There can't even be a dozen in the chat. I count them up, right? There's not anywhere near all the viewers in the chat. A lot of the viewers are just viewers. They ain't in the chat. They're like incognito mode. LOL, the gold is rubbing off the grass. Look at the micro. Yeah, something was seriously wrong. Something. Can you imagine? Something seriously wrong there. Somebody could have gotten scammed. Scammed on that one. At Deport, we are an elite channel, says Carlos. There you go. Craig sent a link to a gold GS atrocity. Okay, we'll take a look at that. I find the winding crown at 4 o'clock a bit awkward. Okay. All right, here comes a FaceTime. See what we can do here. It's not ringing on my it's not ringing on my computer. Yeah, this ain't working. I don't even know who that is. That's a 301 number calling in also. So I don't even know who that is. But it doesn't appear like the calls are ringing in on the laptop. Why would that be, folks? Who knows about FaceTime on the laptop? What is wrong with my settings here? Because it looks like my settings are set properly to where it should work. Let's see here. Calls from iPhone. Use your phone cellular account to make calls. Okay, this is Brett. This is Brett calling in. Oh, wait, that's Skype. Accept.
Hey, Craig, what's going on?
Hey, the problem is I had to answer it on the iPad. You're on Skype? You're on Skype?
I'm on Skype right now. I called you from Skype.
Okay, well, the problem is I didn't. Oh, here. Okay, I got you in Skype. I'm going to hang up on the iPad and I'm going to call you back.
Okay, perfect.
I'm going to call you back. Yeah, hang up.
Let me see if I get that. I don't know why the video's not on here. There we go.
Take
Nice.
your time.
How
Okay.
you doing?
I'm doing good. Okay, we got a live report from Mexico. Now, can you make it horizontal, your video?
Yeah, can you guys see it? That
Yeah,
way?
now that's
Like,
perfect.
it's just when I'm on,
That's perfect.
when I'm on Skype for some reason when I'm on Skype it won't let me turn the camera around.
It's looking good, though. It's looking good. That's looking sweet,
Yeah, I
man.
just got here to Hobart. This is above Cancun.
Man, that's a nice spread. That's a nice view there of the beach. That beach looks real white sand.
Oh yeah, it's real nice. I was here last year around this time, and it's beautiful. You can see it goes all the way down, but you know, there's not many people on the beaches now because of this whole COVID thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, there it is.
Now, are the restaurants open?
Yeah, they open. I guess they're going to be opening like maybe in the next 2 hours. They're saying most of them are open. A few of them are closed. But yeah, for the most part, everything opened up here today.
Now, is it hot down there?
Oh, it's extremely hot. It's probably right here. I mean, I have a breeze now, but it's probably 85 to 90 degrees, if I had to say.
And is it humid?
Really humid. I just came from like Isla Mujeres. It's right near Cancun, and it was too hot. It was too humid.
Okay.
So here it's a little less humid. I'm just on the north of the Yucatan.
Okay.
So it's a better place. You got the breeze. We're on an island right now.
Okay. Good.
So
Now,
it's beautiful.
are you driving your Land Cruiser around, or what's the status on that?
No, that's in Costa Rica. I'm in Mexico now,
okay.
so I'm just waiting because I can't get in until August 1st. So still waiting on that, and I think I might just stay down here until I can go into Costa Rica.
Okay. Now, what's your plan? Are you gonna do some off-roading in Costa Rica with it?
Oh yeah, I'll do a bunch of off-roading down there. See a few friends. Just relax, kind of like I've been doing on this trip.
Okay.
And just I got here on the 8th. I've been here. What is it? The 15th, a week. So yeah, I'm planning on staying until the end of the month at least.
And is Costa Rica going to be the home for the Land Cruiser going forward?
Yeah, I think so, unless I can figure out a way to get it back across the border. But they're going to be, you need this regulation, this. So I don't think it's going to pass any of that stuff because it has the big engine, the 500 horsepower engine in it.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff that's probably not allowed in the U.S. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's beautiful here. If you ever have a chance, come to Hobart.
Yeah, it looks nice. Absolutely.
We're going to do some snorkeling today and go get dinner, and that'll be it.
Okay, good. Well, absolutely keep us posted. You know, you're always welcome to call in and give us an update. What's on your wrist?
Oh, I'm wearing my Datejust. See,
Okay.
I didn't want to bring the gold one down here, but I was tempted.
Yeah, no. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I think you did the right thing. Absolutely.
You got the ring on there. You can see it on the
Yeah,
finger. There we go.
absolutely.
Glistening.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, by the way,
Yeah, but this one, I mean, this.
while I got you on the phone,
What you say?
give us an update on the gold Datejust. How's it running? How's it running?
It's running perfect. I mean, I just put it in the safe at home and just left it there. I mean, it just.
And how
I didn't want to do much else with it.
How accurate was it running?
It was off by about a second.
Fast? Uh-oh. We may have lost you. Uh-oh. Network issue. They're trying to reconnect. Maybe we got an issue down in Mexico.
You got it.
Oh, we got you
there
back?
You are. There you are.
Got you back.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I think it may have been off by maximum a second. It was holding pretty good time.
So on the fast,
I think it's all is good.
a second on the fast side or the slow side?
The slow side.
Okay. Well, that's still not bad. That's still not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
All is good with the watch.
Yeah.
Other than that, it should be on my wrist right now. But
Well, no, don't.
unfortunately, I was too worried to bring it.
Yeah, I think that would have been. I think that would have been a magnet. I think you got to be careful with that puppy. I mean,
Yeah. And my girlfriend that I'm with here, she was like, "You bring that down here, they'll cut your arm off."
They
she was
would.
making me a little worried.
I mean, that's probably like a year or two salary for them. A couple years.
Maybe
salary.
5 years. Now.
Yeah, it might
They're
be.
making $2, $3 an hour.
No joke. Yeah, that'd be no joke for them.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, the last hotel I was at, I tipped the guy $10. When I left, he makes about $10 a day. You know, so it's just the discrepancy between the U.S. and here is huge.
You're gonna get some really.
So you get good value down here.
You're gonna get some really good service. Right? You're gonna get
always good service down here. I mean, the people are just nice.
Well, yeah, you're tipping them a day's wages. I guess they're going to be nice. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, I almost was inclined to give the guy $100 bill because he was just so nice, coming up, doing everything, going above and beyond. So I was just like, maybe I'll break him off a bill, but then at the end, $10 is good.
Yeah, well, you want to give it to them a little at a time. You don't want to, spoil them too much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't want to give them too much. Yeah.
Thanks for the update and call in anytime you can. My Skype's always open during the shows, so we love your updates.
Of course, Craig. I'll call in. I'm going to be tomorrow or 3 days from now. I'll be near Belize, so I'll call in there.
Oh,
so
super cool.
An update there.
Super cool. All right.
Perfect.
Thanks, Brett.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
Stop, man. Later, Craig.
Yep. Take care. All right. There you go. A live report. Let me get get back to the chat here on the iPad because I lost the chat there. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Hate watches that are slow. Lucky none of mine are. Oh, I agree with the. Yeah, I don't like a slow watch because it's harder to sync it up. Right. It's a little fast. You just stop it for X number of seconds, right, and get back and set. By the way, I've left the. I've left the 002 Stunner. I've not recalculated. I've not changed the time at all. I want to see how it's performing. And so on the 23rd or so, it'll be 3 months. And so we'll have a good estimate of how much time it's gaining. It's definitely gaining, I think, around 10 seconds a month on the 002, which is not bad. Not bad. This one is like gaining like 1 second every 3 months or something. It's insane how accurate this one is, right? Or maybe 1 second a month. But still, 10 seconds a month is acceptable to me. And normally I would pull it out and stop it for like 10 seconds and push it back in and get it right back on. But since I'm doing a test to see how accurate it is, I've just left it without any resynchronizing, just to see how it's running for 3 months or so. Let's see. Okay, throw the phone and the watch in the pool now, Kyle. Datejust water resistance is more than enough for 99% of us. Oh, absolutely. Fun, real life, use fact. My Spectra's bezel is functionally better than the sub, but feels like a piece of crap compared to the sub's action. Less back play and easier to move, but nowhere not as nice feeling. Okay, interesting. And Brett, phone and watch in the pool immediately. Do the Carlos test on your equipment. Okay, I don't think we got that message to him in time. We'll do that next time he's at the pool. $10 a day or 10 pesos. At Deeport, I would say 100%. You have to be nice in Mexico. Less risk of getting your head chopped off that way. $100 tip might get you kidnapped. We haven't seen your girlfriend, Brett. Kyle in the house. He's saying that he's got a stealth girlfriend. A stealth girlfriend. There you go. Let's see. Mexico is a bit dangerous, isn't it? Take care, Brett. I'm guessing you are not carrying that gold you bought recently. The gold bars. I hope he didn't bring the gold bars. There you go. Thankfully, I've never had a slow watch. Every time I buy a new watch, I am praying for it not to be slow. Oh, I agree. Carlos, I needed several psychiatrist sessions to recover for having 2 slow watches. As I always say, the premier marine female biologist dives with a 2-tone ladies Datejust that is far from new. She has used it for decades and still uses it. Yeah, see, this is the thing. I've never had a watch leak. I have bought a watch I bought a watch one time, a 3/4 size Datejust that had water damage, that somebody else had allowed it to leak, and I got a good deal on it. That's why I bought it. But I've never personally had a watch leak, and I have had the oldest my watches have usually been has been 10 or 20 years old in that time frame, and I've never had any of them leak, and I've never had any of them serviced or anything like that to prevent a leak, right? So I just don't think the watch is leaking. With Rolexes with screw down crowns, I just don't think it's a common problem. I really don't think. I don't think they leak. Not been a problem. Let's see. I have one slow watch and it drives me nuts, Cheetown. Ladies' Datejusts are cool, man. How could they make an automatic / water resistant watch so tiny? Good question. Good question. But they do. They do. All right, folks. On that note, it's been an hour. There's the official time check. Please do subscribe to the channel, folks. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you click the little bell. And that way you'll get notifications when we go live, and you can be part of the show. You can be part of the live show. You can call in. You can Skype into the show. Email me at my name, CraigShipp@gmail.com, CraigShipp@gmail.com, and I'll let you know how you can call into the show. Craig, your Seiko Shogun was slow. Couldn't you have regulated it to be faster? I could have, but I just decided to move on, and I had always had an interest in upgrading to the spring drive Grand Seiko diver. I'd seen the video years ago by Arizona Fine Time, and that kind of planted the seed. And then I found out that there was a dealer not terribly far from here, Steve's place, and I finally went over and looked, and like I say, the rest is history. So I probably used that as much as an excuse to upgrade than where I really needed to upgrade. Like you say, I could have probably just had the watch regulated to be faster because it was consistently slow. So clearly it could have been regulated the other direction, right? But I probably just used that as an excuse to upgrade to the 231 diver, and I'm actually glad that I did. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy this watch. Dur, call in so we don't wrap up. Don't wrap this puppy up, says Dur. By the way, folks, this is a post show we're having right now. This is a post show. And Dur says, I'm going to trade the day date in for 10 tutors if the puppy gets wrapped up right now. Okay, no problem. We're not wrapping up. We got a post show going on right now. Kyle's in the house. Okay, so here's the deal, folks. You guys know a lot of folks, okay? Some of them have interesting watches, and some of them have interesting lifestyles, right? We need more guests to call in to the show. I think it makes it more interesting to have people call in and show their watches, maybe show their car collection, whatever the heck it is. And it breaks up the show and it gives us something interesting. So put your thinking caps on and figure out who you know that would be interesting to have them Skype into the show, and let's line up some more guests. And let's have Kyle and his group Skype in a little more often. Let's get Kyle down to the AD and see if he can Skype in from there. Of course, Carlos is always going to Skype in. Dur, same thing. You know a lot of folks in the forums and so on. Some of these folks might have some interesting watches they could show on the show. They can call in, Skype in, and show some decent watches. So let's put our thinking caps on and figure out what new content we can bring into the show. Okay? Because I think we need to do that. And Steph is in the house. Hello, Craig just came into the stream. Did you really warn? Did you already warn from the Bitcoin scam going around? Well, I don't feed into any of the scams out there. All the altcoins, all the get rich quick schemes, all the hey, give us a Bitcoin and we'll give you 2 Bitcoins back. All those things, they're all scams, right? So what you got to do is you got to buy your Bitcoin and secure it. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get fleeced, right? Buy your Bitcoin and secure it. Mr. Q says, I'll give a call soon, Craig. Okay. It better be soon because I am going to wrap this up. I am getting hungry. So call in soon, Mr. Q. Let's see. Do you mean today? Okay. If you guys doubt Rolex water resistance, then look up the 1996 Robert Platt murder. An English fisherman reeled his body in after a week underwater, and his date 1500 never leaked. There you go. Now we have some time for Megan to arrive. Mr. Q. Show some USA-made knives. Well, yeah, we need to have some people call in and show some knives. Absolutely. That's a good thing, too. I've already shown mine. So, Dur's in the house. When is Choo Charlie going to Skype in with his guitar and overalls again? Well, I actually gave Kent a webcam yesterday, and he's going to try to get that working with his computer and try to get his audio setup working right. And he is going to try to call in, so we'll see how that happens. Try First Rich, I actually might be able to get a buddy to come on to advertise his business. He repairs and modifies supercars and has an amazing shop, very popular with the car scene here in Southern California. Okay, that's a good thing, absolutely. The date 1500 was still on Platt's wrist, not the fisherman's. Okay. Craig, do a video on sweet potato preparation. I might do a video on making my one of my special meals. I might do that. A couple of people have asked about that actually, so I might do that. But I'm usually so hungry by that point that I don't want to fool with setting up the camera and doing it. But I'll do one of these days. I will absolutely make a point of doing that. Kyle's in the house. Assad from Piccadilly Circus Live would be good. Sorry, not today. Okay, no, another day, Mr. Q. Okay, that's fine. Kershaw dividend less than $40 and made in USA, Cheetown. Okay, let's call it in. Show it to us. I would like another appearance this week, please. Okay, all right, very good. Yes, have something to show us. Let's do that. And I would like to visit the Frank side bottom statue. Okay. Yes, aside, please, says Kyle. And we need Kent, too. Yeah, he's going to call in. Kyle, I'm actually in Birmingham, about 110 miles from London. Okay. Sweet Potato Prep live show. I don't know if we're going to do that live, but we'll see. Craig, how is the mustache growing coming along? I saw your mustache. It's getting pretty aggressive. And I couldn't believe I saw a thumbnail for one of the Clivesters show, and he's got this full, funky-looking beard. I mean, he's a relatively decent-looking guy. He needs to lose some weight, but, I mean, he's a decent-looking guy. Why in the hell would he do that? It makes him look like a clown. I just don't get I don't get all this Corona beard thing. And all this stuff, I just don't understand. Now my hair is self-cut, right? I've been self-cutting it. I haven't gone to the barber, but I have been shaving every day. I've been shaving, so there's that. Oatmeal and almond milk prep. I do have a video already on the channel for that. Search that. That's already on my channel. If we do the video, though, we have to dedicate an episode to set it up. We were talking about serious shop and would need to prepare the interview. Okay. All right. Whatever you say. Kyle's in the house. I thought you were in London for some reason. Let's see. Craig, have you ever had a beard or I had a mustache years ago, but I don't think I have a picture of me with the mustache. I'll look, but I don't think I do. I only wore it for a short period of time. It kind of itches for me. I don't feel comfortable with it. Best sweet potato I've ever had was at Texas Roadhouse. By the way, I don't have any sweet potatoes right now. I've got regular potatoes because they were sold out at Costco of the sweet potatoes last time I was there. So I'm down to regular potatoes right now, but they're okay too. Clive has a huge beard. It's awesome. And Durr's laughing. I've been shaving regularly and I'm improving my technique. Cheetown. Good. Clive should start wearing leather vests and ride a Harley. There you go. All right, folks, we're going to wrap. This time we are going to wrap this puppy up. Wrap it up. That's what we're going to do. Make sure you click subscribe, and you can make the regular show. This is the post show. You can make the regular show if you click subscribe and click the little bell. And that's how that whole thing works. And we shall see what we shall see. And we'll start with some pocket knives, some blades. Then Sig saucers, Colts. Oops, wrong channel. Okay. Let's see here how we do this. Oh, by the way, did I say you guys should click, anybody that's not already subscribing, you should click subscribe and do that. Meanwhile, I'm fooling around with my app here so that I can actually terminate this puppy. Terminate the puppy. Oh, by the way, I should have shown Bree's page while I'm wrapping this up. Let's see here. Okay. BreeFitDance.com. BreeFitDance.com. That's the deal there.